From 1955 until now, in these 70 years, Sudan has spent only 11 years without bloodshed. In the remaining 59 years, some form of conflict, civil war, or genocide has taken place. In these genocides, 4 million people have died, 5 million have become disabled, and tens of millions have lost their homes, where the value of life is like water. In today's video, we will learn about Africa's largest country, which is full of oil, gold, and mineral resources. But why does human life have no value there? How did the Sahara Desert and the Nile River turn red with the blood of Sudanese people?
But friends, do you know? Only 2% of our regular viewers have subscribed to the channel. I request you, those who want to support us, please subscribe and follow the channel. This will encourage us to make more videos like this.
Sudan was the largest country in Africa. Did you know Sudan has the highest number of pyramids in the world, more than double the total number of pyramids in Egypt? These were built by the ancient kingdom of Kush, who once ruled Egypt as well. A large part of the world's largest river, the Nile, is located in Sudan. In Khartoum, the capital of Sudan, the White Nile and Blue Nile meet. This river runs 80% of the country's agriculture. Sudan's natural resources are unbelievable. More than 900 tons of gold stored there, 5 billion barrels of oil reserves, and iron, copper, and uranium deposits that surpass almost all European countries except Russia. But Sudan is one of the poorest countries in the world. Its GDP per capita is only $750.
When the British left Sudan, they took all the oil, gold, ivory, crops, everything. At that time, the north was inhabited by Muslims, Arabic-speaking desert dwellers. In the south lived Christians and indigenous communities, whose lands had oil, rivers, and fertile farmlands. In 1955, right after the British left, Sudan's first civil war began. The Muslim majority government in the north wanted one language, one religion, one law across the whole country. Then South Sudan took up arms to save their own language and culture. From 1955 to 1972, this civil war between the Muslim government in the north and the Christian indigenous communities in the south lasted 17 years. In this civil war, about 500,000 Sudanese people died. Finally, in 1972, through the Addis Ababa Peace Agreement, the southern region was given autonomy. Although it seemed like peace had been established, it was only the silence before the storm.
In 1983, President Jafar Numeri suddenly announced Sharia law will apply throughout Sudan according to the religion chosen by the majority. In response, the people of the south again took up arms. This time, the Sudan People's Liberation Army, SPLA, rose to lead them. This second civil war was the most terrifying. This river of blood flowed for 22 years. Village after village turned to ash. 2 million people died, more than 4 million became displaced. Finally, in 2005, a peace agreement was signed under the United Nations. The agreement stated that the people of the South would be able to separate through a referendum. During this time, another war ignited in Darfur. In 2003, in this region of Western Sudan lived non-Arab groups, the Fur, Masalit, Zahawa. Historically, Darfur was an independent kingdom, but in 1916 it was incorporated into Sudan during British-Egyptian rule. Its total area is about 500,000 square kilometers, roughly the size of Spain. In western Darfur, there are vast gold mines, and these are controlled by the RSF. For a long time, due to ethnic and economic discrimination, rebellion was simmering there as well. Then, the Sudanese government handed over the responsibility of suppressing them to the notorious Arab militia Janjaweed. They were mainly from the Arab Baggara tribe. For an entire year, genocide continued across Darfur. Massive arson, rape, and the soil of Sudan again turned red with the blood of children. 300,000 people died. Hundreds of thousands took shelter in refugee camps. This genocide did not stop then. Rather, it started new genocides. In the 2011 referendum, 98.83% of the votes were cast in favor of independence. South Sudan became independent. South Sudan was born as Africa's 54th country. After the division, Sudan went toward bankruptcy.
it lost 75% of its share of oil. The country's GDP fell from $123 billion to $41 billion. Only desert remained in the north. All the oil fields and agricultural land went to the south. After the division, nearly 90% of Sudan's territory turned into desert.
After South Sudan separated, it seemed the war was over. Sudan became a 95% Muslim country, but then a new genocide began in Sudan. Arab Muslims began ethnic persecution of minority non-Arab Muslims. Those who committed genocide in Darfur in 2003 were given recognition. The Sudanese government shared power with the notorious Arab militia Janjaweed. The genocidal Janjaweed changed their name to the Rapid Support Forces, RSF. The head of the RSF became the infamous Butcher of Darfur, Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo.
In the New Sudan, on April 15, 2023, civil war started again. This time, the fighting was between the military forces who once shared power in Sudan. On one side, the Sudanese Armed Forces, and on the other side, the Rapid Support Forces, RSF. But the victims were not only Christian indigenous communities. Most were Muslims, yet ethnically from the Fur, Masalit, and Zagawa groups.
October 2025, North Darfur's capital, El Fasher City, came under RSF control. Then a series of shootings were carried out on the non-Arab population. 1.5 million people live in El Fasher. The RSF kept them under siege for 18 months, cutting off food and medicine supplies. On 26 October, satellite images showed piles of thousands of dead bodies. The RSF searched houses and killed Masalit men and boys and raped women. In the Saudi-funded maternity hospital there, 500 people, including pregnant women, were killed. Al Jazeera reported that the RSF killed more than 2,000 people in a single day. The United Nations has labeled this as ethnic cleansing, genocide. In all the genocides that have taken place in Sudan, religious and ethnic minorities have been the victims. The Arab world is silent about this genocide because it has been committed by their ethnic group. Evidence has recently emerged showing direct support from the United Arab Emirates in the genocide that is currently being discussed. The reason for the UAE's closeness with the RSF is that the gold mines located in Darfur in western Sudan are under RSF control. 90% of the gold produced there goes to the UAE for various purposes. The UAE is giving weapons to the RSF, Chinese AH-4 howitzers, money, training, and sending mercenaries. This arms smuggling has taken place through their borders under the disguise of humanitarian aid. The RSF is extracting gold from the mines and smuggling it to the UAE. Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, The Guardian, Al Jazeera all have provided evidence, but the UAE denies everything completely. They say they are working against the RSF in Sudan. It is clear as daylight. There is an attempt to cover up a genocide. Friends, let us know how you liked the video. The sources are given in the description box. You may check them. And to regularly get videos like this, follow and subscribe to Geostories.